about yourself and the event.
Okay, so my name is Leslie Lincoln, and I've lived here in Port Townsend for off and on for 40 years, and I worked a lot for the Paddle to Seattle early on, and I studied canoes. I have a book over there. If you're interested in getting it, you can. It's called Coast Salish Canoes, and we went to a lot of tribes as they were first bringing the canoes out again, way before the tribal journeys had started. And now they've grown so strong and empowered the people for being together and pulling together and hosting each other and traditional values and giving each person that pulls their own power and strength. Tribal journeys are each community pulls their own family or tribal canoe, tribal nation's canoe, and they travel from tribe to tribe. Port Townsend is the one non-native place they land, but this was traditional native lands. The Sklallam and the Chimacum people, the Chimakowans, were here for many, many thousands of years. And the Jamestown Sklallam and the Port Gamble Sklallam are hosting. There's still some Chimakowan, Chimacum people living near Chimacum. The town is named after them. And this was traditionally a gathering point. The Makah were here. I worked a lot with Makah Elder Mary McQuillan. But today the tribes are coming, and they're coming from Tulalip and Everett and Snohomish and Skokomish and Suquamish and Puyallup and Stellicum. So there were about 20 canoes in Suquamish 2 days ago. Then the southern tribal nations went to Suquamish and joined at Port Gamble, along with people from Tulalip and the Samish people. And now tomorrow they're going up to Sequim. And it's not just the pullers and the canoes and their beautiful canoes, but also the families camp and encampments. And so you have kind of like a huge encampment of Native people honoring and taking care of each other, singing their traditional songs. It's given them a reason to learn their grandmothers and their great-grandparents' songs. And many of these people are intermarried, so this is a wonderful chance for them to get to know and talk with each other. Canoe book I studied at the University of Washington with Bill Holm, up at UBC with Bill Reed, some extraordinary carvers, and I worked and I made lines drawings with the Center for Wooden Boats to document the canoes. And now there's so many more canoes alive and on the water, it's wonderful. And we were able to reprint from a local publisher, Val Books, and this year we were able to republish the book after 34 years. So I'm really glad to have it back in print. Yeah. Okay. So my book is called Coast Salish Canoes, and I worked on it 40 years ago when I was going to school at the University of Washington. And we were able to reprint it. Center for Wooden Boats wanted me to document the drawings. And now there's so many canoes. And it's extraordinary to know in 2010, during the tribal journeys, that's when they made a proclamation to call this the Salish Sea. And now, 15 years later, everybody knows Salish, and the Salish people, the people that speak the Salishan language. Most of these people all speak the Salishan language. Yes, hi, this is the cover, Coast Salish Canoes. This is actually a little Coast Salish style canoe from 1906 right here in Port Townsend, the cover photo. And then the back are the Quileutes as they were pulling and challenging everybody else. And this new edition is in color. So we now have lots of color pictures right throughout the book with lots of archival pictures and maps. There's a fun map, beautiful lines drawings that document the canoes. There's a fun, they always had racing canoes, the telegraph. The telegraph is over in Coopville, and it's still there. The racing canoes, big 50-foot canoes, just wide enough for a man's hips, or women. The women raced them too. I'm trying to show you my, and then I made this map. It's a fun one of the whole Northwest coast and all the different canoe styles along the coast. So this is available. I'm trying to sell it here locally. It's also, can get it on Amazon for $20 a copy. Okay, thank you. I'm just so